What turned it around for you guys offensively, especially on the ground?
Yeah, I thought, obviously Saquon's run that burst out of there. Really good run. Good job by AJ on the perimeter. Good job by Lane and Cam to sort out the game that the game that they were doing. But I think that's what opened it up.
Week. How did it factor into?
Yeah. Like I said to him, I said to him, just be yourself. Obviously, Saquon Barkley has been the best player on his football, one of the best players on his football team since he's been probably 8 years old. So just go be yourself. I was really happy for him that he's able to have the experience right there. And I said to him, I said to him, don't be coming from somebody that's not emotional. Don't be emotional. No, but I said to him, if the emotions of the game is something that helps you be, even better, use it. If not, flush it.
Nick, I know you're happy for your players, but you yourself were under a lot of criticism this week. How did it feel to go out and get a win like that after the week you've had?
I think what I said to our team, just to let you know a little bit of that, is like, when obviously you try not to listen, but you're in, you do media 7 times a week, right? And so I think the thing that I learned this week, and I told the team that it happened, a bunch of different ways. There was a bunch of different ways that I learned this week. It wasn't just through the situation that I was in. It was through, I'm not even going to go into all that, but it's like you can be angry, but angry. All anger does is cloud your ability to. If you really are holding on to anger, all anger does is cloud your ability to get better, right, and control the things that you need to control. So what I said to the team is like, I put my head down. When you have criticism, when you have those different things, you put your head down and you work even harder. And the thing about that is, the hard work that the team had and that we had throughout the week helped put us in position to be successful today. And the other thing it does, to be quite honest with you, is it unites. And so you can look at it as a positive, a positive if you allow yourself to do that. And so I think that this game is constantly teaching us things, and that's what it taught me this week.
Saquon's so close to his career high. Did you consider keeping him in?
Yeah. I usually like to keep my conversations with guys private. Frank Reich was always would say to me, make sure we know when somebody's on the verge of doing something really special, because it's hard to do that. It's hard to recapture that, or breaking a record, or whatever it is. Similar to Devontae breaking the rookie single season record a couple years ago. We really wanted to get that for him. And so, that was on our mind, because I got the word from the box that he was close to his career high, and I sat there with him and I said, listen, here's where you are and here's what it is. And he looked at me and he said, this gives me chills to think about. Like, this guy is such a great teammate and all he cares about is winning. And he looked at me and he said, let the other guys eat. And I was like, you're special, dude. And he's a special player. He's a special person. I read all the stuff that all the Giants players were saying about him, and no one said anything. Like, they said it was going to be war, but they all love him. And I know this football team loves him. Man, when somebody's selfless, like you talk about team and the things that it takes to be a team, selflessness is a big part of it. And that guy's selfless. That guy's a baller, and I can't say enough good things about him. Because I had some apprehension, like, I'm going to put Saquon in right now, or we're winning 28-3. Do I feel good about putting him in? But I wanted to leave it up to him, and that's what he told me.
I know you want to be multiple, you want to be diverse, you don't want to lean too heavy on one way, but is this formula maybe something you should lean more into, where your guys are going to run it? I know you got ahead, and that played a factor in it too.
It is what we needed to do this week to win.
Did you sense from all the players the same feeling that you had in terms of taking that anger and turning it into unification and grinding out a big win?
This was our best week of practice so far this year. This week was our best week of practice. Pardon me. So far, I just think that it was just like we know it takes what it takes. Jalen always. I love when Jalen says that. It takes winning takes what it takes. I love when Jalen says that, because it's true. Like, there's a price to pay to win, right? You can't just and so I think that they all saw that. They practiced their butts off, and I took care of them a little bit later in the week because of the energy and the effort that they had in practice. But there was some good back and forth in practice. I can't say enough for the scout team guys. I'd like to name all of them, but Andre Sam, what he did on practice squad, and he was really good this week. Gabe Hall was really good this week on practice squad. Kenny Pickett did a really good job on practice squad this week. TD Davis, he did a good job this week on practice squad. And so it was just, I wish I could sit here and say every one of them. Get the practice squad list out. I'm going to say all of them. No, but it just takes what it takes. And the work, I could just feel, again, everything uniting us this week and everything and the work that we put in this week. I had a good feeling we were going to play good because we practiced so good.
Spend the day after a game. Easy for you as a coach when the players are.
Sal's getting all his questions in right now. He's not at every press conference. So say it again,
Sal. Does it make it easy for you as a coach when the players are practicing like that?
Yeah, that's our standard. That's our standard of what we want to do. Again, some weeks are better than others, but our standard is what our standard is, and it is to have great detail in meetings. Be full speed to the snap and walk through and high intensity at practice.
Nick, it sounds like.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Okay.
The quarterback has been out had a turnover in 2 games. He's been very, very efficient. His passer rating is over 100 the last couple of games. Can you just address how Jalen has sort of reset himself after the bye? Because it seems like he's making maybe not the perfect decision, but better decisions, and he's kind of letting the game come to him and his teammates win the game.
Yeah, good question, Marcus. I think he's just really emphasized the things that he wanted to work on, and that we needed to work on for the success of the team. And so that's something about Jalen Hurts, is that anything that he feels that, or we feel, or anybody feels that we need to get better at, he's going to work his butt off to do so, and really admire him for that.
Generally the day after thinking about, you put a lot of thought into messaging for the weekend to it. What does a definitive win like this do, and how do you feel like you can use that
for next week? Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to enjoy this one. I'll enjoy this win, and then that'll be something I think about a little bit later of what that message will be.
It sounds like the guys rallied around you. As a coach, how does that make you feel? How do you react to that?
Yeah, again, you just judge the relationships that you have with the guys, and that's why you're always constantly working to connect, because anyone can connect in good times. You work to connect, so you get together closer as a team in bad times.
It was 4th and 3, a close game in the second quarter. Why go deep to AJ there, and what did that do for you guys?
Yeah, again. Different scenarios call for different things. Fourth down decisions. Like I said, we wear those. I don't go for 4th downs unless I have complete trust in our players. Obviously, we go through all the calls. 4th down thoughts of what could be the call. There's obviously multiple options there. So you go in and you think about who the play is for, your confidence level in that. And your past experiences there. So I think we had 3 4th down conversions that led to 21 points. So, again, it's just, I always say you just trust your preparation of what you go through. You make those decisions, yes, how the game is going, but you really make those decisions Monday through Saturday.
This is the second week in a row the defense hasn't given up a touchdown, yet 8 sacks today. I guess what's behind that turnaround from the defense?
Man, first and foremost, obviously the players played their butts off. They play with relentless effort. That's something I know about this team, that we play physically tough and we play with relentless effort. That's something you can always control. And that speaks to the character of our football team. A lot of great individual performances, and Vic Fangio is one of the best coordinators in the NFL for a reason. That guy is always grinding to help the team get better. I remember talking to him after the bye week. He just put his head down and grind, right? Sometimes you want some breaks with the family. I remember him telling me, that he didn't have a lot of those because all his time was spent watching tape. And so I can't say enough good things about Vic. I love that he's our defensive coordinator. and he grinds to put those guys in positions to succeed. And it was on display today. Like, Vic's a stud. I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. Like, he's been a stud for like decades. I mean, I would love for at some point like decades we've been good. He's been good for decades, and that's pretty incredible. And he's done it as a head coach. He's done it as a coordinator. He's done it as a position coach. Shoot, what this summer he had somebody as his position coach that he went to their Hall of Fame induction. So he's been doing it for a long time. Yeah, he's been doing it for a long time, and so can't say enough good things about him. Was really excited about how the pass rush, felt like we captured some mojo in that pass rush. It feels a little bit, there was a game in 22, as I remember, that kind of went like this, and it's been the second game in a row where we've really got after the passer, and just a credit to the team defense, because that wasn't just the D-line. There was good coverage in the secondary going on, and that's a really talented group. Hats off to the Giants, because I think they got some they got some talented pieces over there. Man, I'd be remiss to not say anything about Dexter Lawrence. That guy's a stud.
The drive.
Go ahead, you got one. Does anybody else need one?
Nick, in what ways?
Did you get one?
I did get
Well, then that's not fair. Go ahead.
We'll split it.
All right, split. I'll answer both. Go ahead.
The drive in which Brown scored, it seemed like it was mostly Gainwell on that drive. Was Barkley just exhausted at that point?
Yeah, you rotate them based off of, I thought Kenny did a nice job. Like, Saquon's run so hard that there's going to be times where you need a break, and that was a good 1-2 punch, that drive.
Thanks for the extra one. In what ways could you feel the players getting your back this week?
Shoot, just going to work and going again, and getting up and going again, going again and going again. Man, I love these guys. I love this team. And you just, like I said, you go through things, and we've been through a lot of ups, we've been through a lot of downs, and it's controlling what you can control and rip into the next one.